Hello, this is Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with Miss Bella. Welcome to Hood Talk, and let's get it started. Tell them about the subject tonight.
Well, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube, Mr. Know It All on Facebook. You want to send him some love, there's the information that's going to scroll across the bottom of the screen. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. We're getting started with this show tonight. Want to know, does your past make it hard to trust and get along with people?
Did you answer me?
Let's start with you.
um, I think yes. I don't think my past just make it harder to get along with people. I think my past um is almost a protection type thing going on.
Protection from what? What you've gone through?
Yes.
Okay. I can understand. I think a lot of people know if you stick your hand in fire and it burn, don't do it again, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I can see that
But
happening.
I can say that much, right? But we do see people that go through things and they'll do it again. Just
Exactly.
like us as women, sometimes we know what we've gone through in situations, but we trust that it can change. Or we even trust people can change. And that's a lot of our downfall as women. We have a more trusting mechanism to try and give a person another try. Don't ask me why, but we do. I don't know if that's called a weaker vessel in us or what, or because we have that natural nurturing of forgiveness. Like women, we can be cheated on and we'll trust another guy, the same guy we're with, that they're going to change and be okay. And then let us cheat on that guy. It's over with. The end of the world has taken place. So it's like it moves different. How they say different strokes, different folks.
Was it didn't change.
hmm It's like the world has come to an end.
I agree on that one.
Mm.
Well, I think because men and women see stuff differently. I think that's the problem with it.
In what way?
Um, I think men, believe it or not, I think men love harder than a woman. So I think a man has a more territorial thing going on, and I think sometimes when you cross that line, you know, it's hard for a man to see something different. It's like the same thing with getting with a woman getting pregnant. So a woman can get pregnant and not know who the child, you know, who the child is. But if the man is the only one she dealing with, he know who the child is. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
it's all a little different. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, but I heard something you said like men are territorial. I think a lot of times, I don't know, or correct me if I'm wrong. You made the statement that men love harder, like it's a territorial thing.
Hmm.
Or is it that the territorial is what take over than the man loving harder? Like you cross into his path or his little circle, what he got going on. Do you think that's more of the issue, or does he really love, that hard?
Yeah. I mean, because like most men probably they so territorial that they probably, they will kill over, over another male crossing in his territory. You know what I'm saying? So I think it is the same in a way. When I say territory, it is a certain kind of way that a man would not uh when another man crosses over, because I even do it better than this. When I put it in animal terms, like a dog, if he at his house, he'd a boy dog, he'd damn near kill anything that come in his backyard or whatever, whatever. But if you let him out and he go down the street, he all right over in somebody else's house. He know he not home. You know what I'm saying? His mentality changed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
His
So
mentality changed.
that's what make me ask the question: do you think it's territorial, or do you think they really just have love in their heart?
I
Do
think
you
it's
think
I
a
think it's
man
both.
can? You think it's both? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's territorial, but I believe it's a little bit of both.
Well,
And
what do you think of it as when it comes to women? Like, we can love somebody and they not do well by us as a human being, and then we still love them through everything that they take us to. Like, I remember back like in the day, like men will go and they'll have babies with another woman, but their wives never leave. They stay there and entwine with those other children and still have a family. What do you think that came from? Do you think that women have a stronger heart to love and trusting the man she's with, or what do you think that could be?
well, me myself, I think that's a little different because I think the reason that happens like that is because a woman, once she have children, I think her love kind of transfers over to raising her children, and I think it's a little different in how a woman loves that man and how she's there, taking care of her children. I think it's like an animal nature. See, we all think we're not animals, but we all, goes on an animal nature. And I think what ladies are trying to do now, they're trying to go out of their natural instinct and trying to be more like men, which is throwing them off because when you're trying to act like something that's not natural, it throws off. Like you got women out here trying to act like men, trying to go out here, explore themselves, trying to get out here and you know have sex with different men. This see, then you throwing out nature because like other than a man trying to protect you now you got men looking at you as uh, uh, more of a I say more of a more of a, it's like more of an equal, and nature say something that's just about equal don't need protection. So ladies sometimes run around here um and they coming off mad now because they understand all this. I can do everything a man can do, and then once they had to lift up the washing machine, it, it's easy to move the dryer around, but once you had to move the washing machine, they realize, oh damn, uh, how can I get all this water out? Oh, you can't take all the water out the washing machine because the washing machines come with water in it. So now you got them kind of like, oh, what's up with all this that men do. Well, all I need in men now is to lift heavy stuff, and all I need them now is to do this, take out the trash. You know what I'm saying? And what happens is you get in a place that I done started looking at it now. You get in a place where when women say they don't need men now, I'm looking at a place. I'm watching women riding around with cars hanging apart, donuts on their ties because they are, they trying to change this, but they don't want to change it twice. Because they ain't got help. So now you got more women depending on their brothers and and they and they daddies that's getting older, got their own life, and they depending on other sources. So a woman without their without their dad in their life, if they don't have a man or whatever, sometimes they kind of lost.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, but
Uh-huh.
a lot of times these days, men aren't wanting to be in relationships that where they can come and be a part of a female's life. So the independence come from a lot of single women. You're single, you're raising these children alone, and all the time you cannot say that the woman pushed the man away. He just didn't want to be there. So you don't have households with two parents anymore. You don't see a lot of that. You have a lot of single things going on and people living their lives their way.
Right.
So what other way can we as women do it? The best
Well,
way we can.
I mean, like I say, because what women are doing is the opposite of what they should be doing. Like you got women thinking a career actually means something. Only thing a career means is I know how to get money. But if you if you use your money for just shopping and bullshit the first half of your life, you're not gonna that's why I always preach that a man shouldn't follow a woman, because like a man when he see his object in life, a man object in life is to accumulate stuff. A woman objective in the life is to rotate. So when I watch a man, I can see a man and he'll be like, yeah, I done had these jeans 30 years. Stuff like that. And then I watch a woman and I'll be like, oh, how long you had that? Last summer. I every spring I get rid of my old stuff, take it to the Salvation Army. She's switching stuff out. Boom, boom, boom. And it seems in life as she move around, she go to this house, she spend a year here, you know what I'm saying? They go to the next house, they go to that. Oh, I don't want to stay here. This don't feel this. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So I watch I watch men try to be more stable in one spot, and I see women steady in and out, and it goes on life. If a woman not taking her resources, that if she choose a career, if she's not making that career early, because women get their money early, and men make more money their money late, and it's just like a woman's beauty a lot. She's very beautiful and she's very young, sprung, and this and that real early. And then, you know, later on in life, she get a little older and stuff starts slowing down, and she start realizing the difference between what she used to be and what she is now.
Hmm.
What's up? What's up, Nina in his house?
Hi, Nina.
What's up, Michael Bailey up in his house?
Hello, Mr. Bailey.
Yeah.
How you guys doing tonight?
Yeah.
Chime on this thing and help us talk about it.
Uh-oh. Read that. Renee said.
Renee said, "Thank God to my daddy, brother, and cousins."
Oh. And that's what people don't understand. Like, and I understand what a woman mean when they say thanks for my, daddy, brother, and cousin, because once you feel in this world that you can deal a lot of things without a man, you still lean on men. It's just not a man that's you in a relationship with. You feel what I'm saying? Women need men. I mean, period. I mean,
Well,
a
she
woman
said
might,
thank God for her dad, brother, and cousins, you know.
yeah, but but um, Mike Bay said, "What's the subject?" Give him the subject one more time so he'll know
We were
exactly.
talking about does your past make it hard to trust and get along with people? So we start getting into the essence of trusting someone, and it ended up leading to trusting someone of like the other sex type of thing. So we were talking about, um, men being around, and Miss Noda always take it there about women don't need men no more. They so independent. That's part of the trusting.
Yeah,
Women go through things and we have hardship too. So a lot of times, we just don't want to continue to deal with the drama, the struggle, the lies, the unfaithfulness. So hey, you just be by yourself. And then, like she said, thank God for your uncles, daddies, and brothers and cousins.
yeah. Um,
Because
but
you have a man and he still won't do anything. Not for you, for everybody else, but not for you.
I mean, when you think about, see, I think women look at men differently, and I think what it is men and women look at the world different. See, what women want men for is sometimes is to be you know something that men wouldn't normally do although down the years, like uh men uh motor yard, take out the trash, fix the car, um add stability around, make sure the kids don't get on the line, make sure the house is protected, make sure people, even when they walk in your yard, it's two type of people that's different. Like, say if some little bad children, or even a neighbor around, across the street or whatever, if a man stays there, when a person walks in your yard, even if they just cross over in your yard, they think of it differently just because a man stay there. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm getting this ball at your yard, because they know a man look at shit differently than a woman is. Oh, okay, this and that, man. But if a man there, he might break up Joker's neck. You know what I'm saying? Walk around his cars or anything. Like it's two different mentalities. You know what I'm saying? So I think women think men these days are more like, "Hi- oh, I'm mad he didn't go to a play with me. He missed a recital." But as women starting to work more, I've noticed, like, women becoming male people, and taking over male dominant jobs where they work a whole lot, 7 days a week and stuff like that. And now women saying, "Oh, I need time. I need a break. I'm tired of this and that." No, this is what men did before y'all took over their job. So now you're taking over their job, and then you wonder, "I want to have time for my children." No, that is the cost of being a man. When we grew up, a lot of men wasn't at the football practice, the baseball practice, the games and stuff like that, because he was out working, making a living. And what women don't realize, it wasn't because that he didn't want to be there. It was because he had to choose which one, this good job or sit at the game. Which one I need to do. You feel what I'm saying? And that's one thing a man is willing to do more than a woman. A woman will quit a job because she missed the practice, or she missed the play. I want to be there for my children, once they grow up. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Well,
it's a different mentality.
I understand what you're saying, right? I'm saying in the
Hmm.
instance if a man, can't be there all the time, I understand. Because if he is providing, he's providing for his family. But the thing is, you're not having that all the time. You know, you have these single mothers, they have to be a part of everything. And sometimes there can be a time when a man can be there, he chooses not to. He
Correct.
tired. You know, I need the rest. So okay. So the mother has to be there. But that doesn't make her manly because she chooses to be there. She has to be there if she can.
You saying a single mother that's always a choice.
Say that again?
Being a single mother is a choice. Cause see, most
Not all the time.
yeah, if you don't get married before you have kids, that is a woman's choice. That's her prerogative. She knows if she lay down with a man, her object, she 70%, she got a 70% chance of getting pregnant, and she got even an 80%, 90% chance if he ain't using a condom. It's women out here that's having sex all day, every day without condoms, and when they get pregnant, oh, what the, what
But
was
think about it. It wasn't just a woman that was involved in the sexual activity. It was two. So the man know that you were making those same percentages of getting the woman pregnant.
no, no. And one thing women ain't teaching their kids is to get married, have a provider, or look for a husband type material before they get into having kids. See, when I look at women now, a lot of them want the kids, a lot of them don't want the man. If you ask a woman, do you ever want a kid? Yes. If you think you ever gonna get married, yeah,
That's
that's
the
how they.
society we're living in now.
Yeah, but so you cannot blame the man on you being a single mother
But
because
that's
you
not what
choose
I'm
it.
doing. That's
No,
not what I'm
no,
doing.
I'm saying you saying if they have single mother, as soon as you say single mother, it's a choice right there because you can wait till you get married because that will marriage will for of the white dress for you be pure. If we just go to the thing of being married, the white dress was for the purity, and you being the first to go with this male. The women that had sex outside of what's name, that's why they had, when you watch the westerns, you had the whorehouses and all that, because that's who satisfied men all through the day was the whorehouses. Until and the little lady that was out there on the farm with her husband, with the three kids and all that, they was different.
Okay, so I'm still saying you're
Okay.
still talking about women, right? What are you saying about the men that decide to stick their raw meat inside this woman and leave it there? It's nothing with them. It's the woman's fault because she
Just,
laid down and let him get it.
he just doing that what comes natural to him.
Okay, so what comes natural? So if it
Okay.
came natural, you know, just like the woman know that there's a chance that you may become a parent,
Okay.
right or wrong. So
Okay.
you can't just blame it on women that it's a choice. You can still be a single mother, but you still have two parents. So where does the problem come when it comes to the children?
You cannot hold on, but all I'm saying is you can't blame a second. Listen, if
There
you
is no blame if
hold on,
you
hold on,
both
listen.
doing it.
Okay, watch this. If you both rob a bank, you know both of y'all probably gonna catch a case. Both of y'all, because even if one get caught, well, the other one gonna catch a case. So the best way to do it is don't rob a bank with a person. So it's the same thing as having sex. If you have sex with this man because nowadays you just having sex because he a hunk, he a this. It ain't because they looking at him. Oh, this is a perfect man to raise my children. Then women ain't looking at this part when they go into it.
And men aren't
Let's
looking at
catch
it
up
either.
on that on the comments right
Men aren't looking at it either. So it's not like a one-sided thing.
there. Okay.
Mike said, my past caused me to start a business plugging ghost service. Okay, well, maybe that's a good thing, I guess. Renee said, I still want a boyfriend. My parents have been married for 59 years. I have had two husbands and four fiancés. I'm ready for my Mr. Forever.
So- Sound like with four fiancés. Hold on, she said two marriages. She said two marriages
Two
already
husbands already and four
and four
fiancés.
fiancés. I think. I think sometimes when you get to, I think she might be at that point, you get stubborn and you don't know you stubborn. You don't know that you might be the problem because if you look at your parents, if you go and ask your parents how they became, or they stayed together 59 years, they're going to say it was hard. Uh, Baby, I wanted to kill your daddy many a nights, and I let him make it, and it was nice that he had the wrath in him that he let mama make it. So it's a lot of stuff went on in them 59 years that they forgive and forget, and that's how they ended up together. See, one thing now we have this thing. I can't deal with this because having even one marriage is something that made it divorce, and most likely, if we ask Renee who filed for divorce, it was the woman. The woman is the one that usually walked that out there because just like she got married, I bet she the one filed for divorce both times. I bet you the fiancés, I bet she the one broke it off with the fiancé. I'm sure she ain't gonna say, "Oh yeah, they gave me a ring and then they broke it off." No, I'm sure she gonna say she broke it off too.
Oh, you sure?
Mm. Yeah,
Okay.
we gonna see.
Renee answered his questions. Shouts out to Miss Kimberly Belial. She make Mr. Know It All's t-shirts and apparel, pillowcases, things like that. Check her out on Facebook, Voluptuosity T-shirts and
Okay.
apparel.
And then I'm gonna jump down here to her comment. She said, "You are right." I ain't want you to get past that one. She said, "I am right." She said, she said, "I am not the problem. I know their story. I am a part of it. They were teenagers pregnant with me. Hold on, pregnant with me." Oh, okay. She talking about the other part I said.
No, she's talking about her parents.
They would say, pregnant with me. Okay. No, yeah,
Oh, Mike said he filed for his divorce.
yeah, I understand. Look, every now and then it happened like that. I understand Michael Bailey's pain. I have talked to him. I can't say he did the wrong thing. He did the right thing for his situation.
Yeah, but before we continue, shout out to Miss Wendy Friday with Shundazzle earrings. She make these earrings. Check her out on Facebook and Instagram. Wendy Friday with Shundazzle.
Ah.
Thank you, Miss Kim. I did. I love them and I appreciate you. Thank you for my shirts, my t-shirts.
I meant to wear my t-shirt. I'm gonna wear my t-shirt tomorrow, Kimberly. I'm gonna wear my t-shirt on the show tomorrow because my t-shirt is fire.
Renee said my parents were pregnant with me in January of '64, and I was born June of '64.
And they never look back. They stuck it out and they never look back. And what it is now is you
She was
know
premature.
yeah, it's like these days we are not so forgiveful, because like a lot of ladies think marriage is about love. No, marriage is about duty. He stuck with your mama because it's his duty to stand beside her and raise the kids and all that. It was his duty. A lot of people getting divorces. It's the woman that's filing it. 85% of the time now. So is
A lot of women got married not because of love. It was because of someone else. Their
okay. Why they
parents
got
was an
divorced?
influence. No, no,
Yeah,
I'm
but
just
why?
saying. No, I'm speaking back in the day. A lot of women were married because of parents or because of children or to have a family, and their thing was to take care of this man. He provide. He was the household leader, and she created a family with him. So she grew to love the situation she was in. But nowadays you have choices. Things have has changed where people have options. Women working now. They are not being housemaids or being at home to take care of the husband and the children, things like that, because they're working just as hard as the men to provide.
Mm.
Shout out to you, Miss Kim. She said, "Tell your mom what's up." And where's her T-shirt? How can she get one? Check her out on Facebook, Voluptuosity T-shirts and apparel. LaRuben said, "Real talk, bro. Crime came to Terry today. The devil is busy. No,
Mm-hmm.
them bullets busy."
Crime gonna come everywhere.
And then there was a female killed a man, right, in Terry today.
I've been asleep the rest of the day. It probably I messed around, worked early, and I went to sleep. I got off and said, "Okay, showtime." Okay.
My parents were in love and were planning to get married anyway. I just sped up the process.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of times they get married because of children. You
In
know,
that day of time, that's
bastard children were an issue. They wasn't wanting that. They wouldn't work to get that.
they'll tell you it's time to get married, player. You remember, back then, you know what I'm saying. That's when daddy didn't play that. Daddy was in the house, and if you came to get their child pregnant, or you gonna take care of that child, you finna marry her. It's you the one in charge, because people don't realize that, back in the day, you know, being a single mom was looked down upon, and it wasn't no
Okay.
okay. Is see, when you make stuff, just like when I remember people used to hide, and people were pregnant at 14 and 13.
Yep.
Now they throwing parties and
Now
stuff,
they having baby showers.
and 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 I think it is what it is. Society changed this and that, but I wouldn't make it. These baby showers now is even happening without a daddy being around. So I think if you not even proud of who your child had a baby with, don't have a baby shower, because should both of them should be there. If they not together, where the baby comes 9 months away, if they not together, they wouldn't never plan on together. We got to promote kids not to just have children, just to have children.
But now baby showers cost as much as a wedding would. That's why they not getting married. They spend all the money on the baby shower that they had before they said I do.
Baby shower costs much as a wedding.
That's what I'm saying. You catering with the food, the decoration.
Baby shower, you can have that in the backyard.
Well,
I,
I'm telling you what's going on. I didn't say what you can do. I'm just telling you a lot of people are putting a lot of money
I just think,
into baby showers as if it's a wedding. You
I
having
think,
gowns and
yeah, I think
pictures and cake and
we putting too much money into unnecessary stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
all it takes is a trend to start. Everybody's gonna jump on it. Yep. LaRuben said.
Oh,
LaRuben said, "Yeah, his cousin. Oh, my condolences to you and your family."
okay. Oh, okay. Where, where you stay at, huh, Ruben? Oh, okay. All right. Go
Messy.
ahead. Go ahead.
LaRuben said, "What is a bastard child?"
Mm.
I would think it's one that's bared out of wedlock. Kim said, "I keep wondering, what did our ancestors do before slavery? As I recall, slaves weren't allowed to get married." Hmm. I didn't
Mm,
hear that one.
mm,
They used to jump the
I,
broom. They just did it
yeah,
in a
I,
probably different form.
well, I think they saying in some instances, but if they found out they was married, they sometimes, broke off them type of it's according on the slave master. You know what I'm saying? If you got a slave master, he don't want them kind of buns on, you know what I'm saying, on the it's according on the slave master that ran the slaves. I'm thinking, you know. I don't think it was because I think different slave masters, one might have wanted families around, so the, one person wouldn't run because he'll want to take all his family, and most time you couldn't get the
Do
whole family
all of that.
run with you. So I think it's according on the slave master and stuff like
Hmm.
that.
But they
Okay,
said, last thing, my mama didn't have a daddy in the house, but always wanted one for her children. So daddy was so grown at 19 and wanted to marry mama before they even knew about her. So thanks for the comment. Yeah. So she's saying that, just because her mom didn't have a father in the household didn't stop her from wanting to have it for her children. She broke
right,
that little curse.
right, right,
And
right.
then her daddy at 19 said, "Yes, I want you, baby. You my wife. Let's do it." That's a good thing.
And I think that's the problem now. I don't think a lot of ladies want that man in the house. I think women are making more money now and they feel like they can kind of take care of themselves and they don't want nobody to tell them how to do things. I think that's a part of and I think sometimes I blame that on men because men created the narrative when I was coming up. I paid the cost to be the boss. So I think when that notion was when men stopped paying the cost or stopped making as much money as women, I mean a lot of women started thinking they're the boss. And the boss wasn't because of the money, because even pimps didn't make the money, but he managed his girl money who made the money and he still was the boss. You know what I'm saying? So it even back then when women was making all kind of money, selling themselves or whatever, they wasn't able to keep it because they was throwing it away on her and what's the name, and pimps knew that they need somebody to manage their money. Even though they were making good money, they needed somebody to manage their money and to because you know you listen to pimps, they take them shopping, they build a house, and a lot of them married. They bought them the one that was down with them once they got older, or whatever, and stuff like that.
So you telling me that they only took the money because they knew the woman could manage it?
Well, they yeah, okay. It's just like now, women are making a lot of money on OnlyFans and stuff like that because they took the pimps out of the equation. The internet took the pimps out of the equation where they are protected. The man don't have to touch them, this and that. They making a lot of money, on some of these sites, on phone calls and this and that. I remember when them phone calls, I knew it was some money. You remember when phone calls, even children at the house, their mama was whooping their ass because little kids was calling them numbers when the numbers come on at night and say, call me,
Oh,
it's 1-800. And then you see all the lonely fellas or whatever was calling them 299 numbers, 299 a minute, 199
mm,
a minute. See, it always been lonely men out here that wanted to spend their money on a woman, and now they can get to these lonely men without these lonely men being able to touch them or what's the name. They can show them a video, show them what's the name, and it's like it's pimping on the internet, and I can't see how OnlyFans can get away with this, because if it was something like this on there that men was making money, like ridiculous amount of money on something like this, they would shut it down. It would be shut
I
down.
mean, so
If
on
it
OnlyFans,
was a
are the
sugar
women?
daddy, if it was a sugar daddy site where a men could meet women on the site and go and the women
Well, they
come to
have the
them.
cuddle buddies.
Well, what is still is doing it where women are getting money off of it. That's why it's
Getting
not
paid.
looked
Like it's called legal prostitution,
right.
huh? So
If you turn
on
around
OnlyFans, like,
and
are they?
if you had a site where strippers, like some male strippers, was getting paid to show they stuff and this and that, and they were making real money and putting it out there, you know,
You
just
think
like
they'll
oh,
shut it down?
they'll shut it down. They'll
So I'm
shut it.
asking, like on OnlyFans, are they showing their body? Are they just advertising and men chooses to send the money?
They showing their body and everything. They doing everything. They playing with themselves, everything. Same thing that
Okay.
used to happen at matter of fact, the same thing that used to happen at novelty shops, book shops, when the dude used to come in there and it'd be a glass and it was a glass between them. Now it's the internet, it's the camera across the world between them, and they doing the same thing. They beating off in a room, but now they beating off at home, sending their money through a OnlyFans thing, and I think it ain't nothing but prostitution, and they need to shut it down.
How when you're not sexually active with this person? That's what
They
steams it from
playing
not
with
being.
you know what I'm saying? OnlyFans, women are playing with themselves, taking off their clothes, lingerie, all
But
this
I'm
stuff. And
saying
getting
they're not having personal contact with the
that,
men, right?
it don't listen, it don't matter. It's still a site. If we really want to shut down all this trafficking and all this stuff that women say we don't want to be sexualized and all that, shut OnlyFans down. See, only reason OnlyFans ain't shut down because it's a site that women can make money off of. Any site platform that women mainly can make money off of, it ain't gonna get shut down. You
So it's
got
no men on
you
OnlyFans.
got YouTube dudes that make money off YouTube, and if they say the wrong thing one time, they getting shut down. But a woman can sit there on the site and strip buck naked and talk to me dirty and say all kind of stuff on the what's name, daddy, and all that old type of stuff, and she getting paid. I mean,
So you
it's a
saying there are
double.
no men on it? OnlyFans only for women is not for men. It's
Well,
not open to a
it
male
was it
platform.
was it was made for women. Now I'm sure it's men on there now, probably maybe making a little money, but it's so less that it probably the top. Like I said, and I bet you, you know, it's men on there making money, but it's nothing compared to what women are making.
Mm.
Yeah, they probably trying, but we already looked it up. Go ahead, Michael Bay.
Mike said the value of marriage is the non-existing nowadays.
Yeah.
Don't nobody value it. They be looking for the wedding.
Yeah, but like I said, and other than that, what do you know? Today, if a woman is waiting, it's just like this. If a woman is waiting and she having kids early and she waiting till her 40s, you know, 30s, 40s to get married, what value is she bringing that man? Not a family, not what a man it was in it for. Most men, the only reason they get married is for to raise a couple kids and have a family. Most men. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got men that's older and they lonely and they just want a companion and they get married just for a companion. But now they even watching that ain't working out. They getting married at 40 and 50 and they stay together for 3 years and then she gone at the same point and taking half his shit then. And then he left out in the cold. Okay.
Nina said that depends on who you're with. That was earlier. Come on, let's catch
Probably
up. Sit.
the marriage deal, the
No,
value
we
of
were
marriage.
talking about the pimps and stuff right before then. After Renee was talking about her parents thing. Kim said, "Nope. It was a law. They couldn't get married nor read. They would get separated or worse. I knew that they couldn't read. That was in another time, but okay. They didn't want anybody to learn and read of the slaves because they didn't want
Yeah.
them to gain knowledge to escape. So
Right.
that was male
Right.
and female.
And
But
then when they did let you read, they let you read the Bible, and that should tell us something how they wanted to control us. But it don't wake up nobody, even in this day or age. You can tell the Bible was put there to control us, and
well,
I
the Bible was written for you to,
can
you
I
know,
can I finish right? I don't care why the Bible was written, but the
uh-huh.
Bible was written soon as slavery started. Slavery is conjunction to the Bible. When the Bible was written, that's when slavery started. You look up slavery and look up the date the Bible was written, is right there at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, uh, so when Jokers got passages in the Bible, how many lashes you should give your slave in the Bible, and it's in the Bible, and people should know that um, this was a controlling mechanism, and I remember even when I was younger, the reason, reason um, I remember going to being locked up for something. And I remember, you know, them asking, saying, "Oh, do you want a book?" Well, I was like, "Well, what can you book?" And then the only thing that he passed me was a little old mini Bible. I was like, "There's no other books that y'all got, this and that." And they were like, "This the only book that's allowed." That was at one time the Bible was the only book that they gave people in jail. So it's a controlling mechanism. If people don't realize, you go to a hotel. Muslims can own the hotel. They got Bibles in them. Why they ain't got Torah in them? They don't want to. They don't want the Bibles up in that room. It's just it's a side to say we'll let you come over here and open up your hotel, but mess around and put the Torah or put something different than what we believe up in that room. We lunching Bibles all through here, and you don't see it. You don't see the Torah or other cultures or Bible, things being pushed. They're gonna push the King James all the way through. You go to a hotel room, you open up the drawer, and you're gonna see a Bible. You go to the court, and back in the day, they had a Bible for you to put your hand on and swear on that thing. It wasn't no Torah, it wasn't nothing special you believed in. They ain't ask you, they ain't care what you believe in. They put your hand on the Bible. And if you lied, then you're gonna get 1,000 years. That's how that was. Right. Go ahead.
Mike said, I wish she show herself so I can stop searching for the needle in the haystack.
Stop searching. What's up, Latasha? Up in his house.
Tasha, how are you today?
Okay, now what Ruben got on us right there?
The room said, Kim, we didn't live like that before when our people sold us out. Know this, you're the original woman. Everything God gave you is regal. You don't need fake hair. You don't need fake lashes. God made you perfect. And bro, you talking about pimping, real talk, you preaching wrong. If a pimp pimping everything he putting on the woman, whoever the pimp's daughter, we get it back tenfold. Everything in life works in a circle 360. Marriage is a covenant before God. So you said we get it back. So we include you as the pimp, or what you saying?
I, I understand, Ruben.
No,
I
I don't want to see you going off on him, but go to the.
no. I agree. I'm gonna tell you. In some words, in some things now, I see the Bible was, the only way to control certain you know, is to have something for somebody to live by, and I guess when you're dealing with some people that's lost, and sometimes they need something to live by. But when you say, uh, He said, bro, a marriage is the covenant before God. And did God write that or did man write that? And I feel like um, even marriage is done in every culture. So what about the people that's married on these islands and they live together and they are devoted to each other, but they don't have no Bible to read? Well, I mean, how did they know that they needed this person? You feel what I'm saying?
So do
People,
you?
people
So
are always connected. Even when you look at animals, people are always connected together to survive. You know what I'm saying? And so it didn't really just have to be exactly marriage for people knowing they needed another person to survive. So sometimes we push everything on the book, but okay, how did the world go on? How did all these millions of years of world go on when when it wasn't about? When the Bible is just 500-600 years old, what of the world was all this stuff that was going on before then, before the Bible, before it was understood that the word was marriage. How did these people stay together? King Tut and all this thing. They didn't call it marriage, but they called it a joining. You know what I'm saying? Two people joining, and they just looked at it different back then. You know what I'm saying?
that's what they call marriage.
Yeah, but
They just put it in another word.
yeah, I mean, but like I said, I mean, we're gonna figure it out.
Uh-uh.
Or those,
LaRue said, "You must teach your listeners right, bro. Use your life."
okay, can I tell you something, Big Dog? if I use my life, I ain't been married, player. So if I use my life, then um, we got to think about this here. Who are in us to tell us what's right and wrong? You know what I'm saying?
That's
What I'm
what you do all the time. So what you
what I'm
talking
no,
about?
what I'm saying is the way to live and survive. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs somebody to survive. It don't mean that you sitting up here saying, "Oh, I got to get married to do this, do this, do this." So I, um, you know, I think, I think, okay, Ruben, would you feel like you was a smart man before you got married? Because you only been married 2 years. What about the other 48 years? Do you feel like you were smart then, or you just got smart as soon as you got married? Answer that question.
God wants everyone to understand the Bible, but some don't.
Okay. Do God want everybody to understand the Bible, or do man want everybody to understand the Bible? Because God didn't write the Bible. It was inspired. It was inspired by God. I mean, the men that was inspired by God wrote the Bible. So it said.
So does it
Nowhere
not?
in there.
Does it
Nowhere,
knock it?
no,
Okay,
nowhere. No, I'm saying nowhere in there it said God wrote anything in the Bible. So for
so
us
how
to
did
say,
you know that that
hold on,
happened?
listen, now. Hold on. It's wrote down. It's wrote down now. We can sit up there and we can
No,
sugar.
I'm just asking you a question. I just want you to
Yeah,
answer
because
that
the
out, and
Bible.
it's not a back and forth. I
Because
just
guess
asked,
what? We
how
got
did you know
things.
it was inspired by God? You read that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I mean, but if we go back to the to Egyptians and we go back to a place before that, then before the Bible, then you can look at something maybe different. But when we say God wants everybody to know, that's wrong to blame the Bible. See, that's the problem. Crucify uh, 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 Christians slaughtered people all over the world to make them believe like them. And these are written down, these are documented with voyages, with Romans and this and that killed whole villages all over the place because they wanted everybody to believe like that. A lot of people believed in the sun god, the water god. It was a pagan
You read
religion.
this too?
Yeah, mostly
Okay.
all around the world, it was pagan religion. Even in Christian religion, the one God came, and then that's when that they started spreading it out through and killing people who didn't believe like them. So Christians done killed more people in the name of God than any other group on earth. Probably, and probably right there up there with the Muslims, because
But what does that have to do with?
it's more Muslims than Christians. So it's more Muslims than Christians, and Muslims and Christians done killed more people in the name of their religion than anybody on earth. What's up, Rhonda in his house?
Hey, Rhonda.
Okay.
The room said, "You always act like you don't understand what I'm saying."
Who me? Who me? I understand what who be saying sometimes. I don't think sometimes he understand what he be saying. Go ahead.
Kim said, "LaRuben, have you looked at my picture profile? I've been wearing locks for almost 4 years, natural for 18 years. I don't do all that kind of stuff. It makes me hot. If a man can accept me like this, he can keep pushing."
Uh,
He
okay.
said, "Real talk." He said, "I know. So how can give wisdom for something you don't know? How can you give wisdom for something you don't know?"
Well, I can say the same thing if somebody come in and they say they know God. And then I can say I know God and he tell me something different than you. So what makes your know better than my know? See,
All y'all
it's
knows are
all it's all
opinions.
it's all huh?
All y'all knows are opinions.
Right. So who really knows the truth? So when you come and you start talking about, okay, he said, all books are man wrote. All right then. God didn't, I don't think God was an author. He said God is the bestseller. I done heard preachers say God's bestseller, the Bible, and God ain't wrote no Bible, and God ain't wrote no books. You know what I'm saying? So hey,
Well, like you said, the men that wrote the book were inspired by God, Just like, have you ever been in an instance and, something say, you got to get out of here, or you got to go this way? Do you think that was just your inner person, your mind, or do you think God had an intervention with that?
he just said, hold on, he threw me off. You got to read that again. He said, "Bro, what books you read? Give us your intelligence." Um, I
He
really
said,
ain't
what book you read?
got 48 Laws of Power. Um, um, I have, I think that's one of the best books um, I have read. But I think the best book of all that I have read in my life is Life. So sitting back, watching Earth, watching the animals and everything on Earth, how it moves, how everything moves in the Earth is the biggest learning of life. Watching things around you, I think people don't give enough of just watching how stuff move around you. You know what I'm saying? And we always um we can see that single parenthood is not working to develop children in a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? We done went back to, we done got set back to a place that people are not family motivated. So I think if the Bible went back to family, because a lot of them churches, the reason the church was so strong back then because people was in slavery and people were coming there for meetings and to try to get from under the man, and our church was sometimes a cover for a lot of other stuff that was going on to try to get freedom through the church, because that was the only place that you could go that uh black men couldn't even huddle up in groups of threes. They couldn't even be, it was illegal for three black men to be in a group together because they felt that was dangerous. Only way you could huddle up was at church. So church was used for different things. See, we think church was something that we just went there and prayed up. No, people at church, and they was hiding people under the church trying to get away, and people were having these meetings, even the meetings about think about it, all the preachers and stuff like that was started most of the movements. That's why you have a Malcolm X and a Martin Luther King that was so influential in changing the culture, because they was preachers. They was really preachers.
Sam said Vikings started jacking Christians.
No, Vikings. One thing about Vikings, Vikings was mostly they was kind of like pagans. A lot of them was pagan religion. Like I said, it was pagans and it was Christian. But Vikings, they was like more dominant in the sea. So Vikings started traveling the seas early. You know, they was more.
So did they kill most of Christians? That's what her statement is.
No, I mean, listen, if you watch a Viking movie, the Christians are chasing after the Vikings. A lot of them are running, and then they building all kind of ships with all kind of stuff on it so they can attack people on their ship. Vikings are just like pirates now. You know, like when they say pirates, on what's name, it was people who, if somebody's coming through your country and this and that, you get a ship. See, it's a difference when a ship can only hold a certain amount of people. You can, you know what I'm saying? You got to battle the waves and all this kind of stuff. So you had to be a Vikings was type of people that took the ships and they rolled off and they stayed off in the distance, and they came and they came and did some stuff, then haul back out before people get to them. Yeah.
She said, and Romans didn't believe in Jesus. They were the one persecuting Christians, believers of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, at first they didn't. At first they was more pagan beliefs, and then somewhere in there they started using. They realized that they can use the book for power. So it was somewhere up in there in these centuries on down the road, because like I said, a lot of stuff was Muslim based in a lot of countries. So I mean, even now it's a lot more. See, the reason all of us believe in Christian wasn't because our people believe in Christian like that at the time, because Christianity was a different kind of Christianity, you know, back in the day. And the Romans, not the Romans, what the Queen Elizabeth, and right there where the white people had that the Jesus belief, because they didn't even over there, what you call it, Jewish people don't even believe in Jesus, and y'all can look that up. So we are believing in something that even the people over there, they say Jesus was a Jew, they don't even believe in Jesus. We believe more into Jesus than they do. You go over there and you look up any Jews and ask them, do they believe in Jesus? They don't even believe in Jesus. So we believe in something. Even the Jews over there, we've been brainwashed over in America. It's a whole different kind of brainwash that happened in America. That part. Let's go that way. All right.
Kim said the Greeks and Romans tried to copy the walls in Egypt. It's the sun god, not the son of God.
That's right. That's right.
Lorima said, what holy book you live by, bro? You ducking the question.
You had to ask that question again, Ruben.
That's the question he's asking.
What? What was the question?
He said, what holy book you live by? Do you have a book that you live by? That's
Yeah,
the question.
I told him the book of life. I mean,
Okay.
I see it every day. I walk around and I
Well, there
explain
is no
that.
particular book that you live by. You
Right.
live in
You
life.
cannot, you got to
Information.
evolve. You cannot live by a book because the book is run by man. And man don't a man word outside of my house don't dominate my word inside my house. So everybody got lives on their own set of principles. Every man had to do what he feel like he takes to survive in his own type of way. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you go to church, it's a lot of ladies up in there. There's a few men up in there. A lot of men don't believe in all this. You know, it got to go a certain kind of way, especially when you put another man above. When if you as a man, do you want your woman listen to the preacher or you? And 9 times out of 10, the man gonna say he want his wife listen to him. Fuck that preacher. That's what he gonna say.
Well, why wouldn't his wife listen to him?
Well, I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. If it comes to a point that a man say, "I want my wife listen to the preacher or me," he gonna say me. He ain't gonna say the preacher. And if the preacher try to run his house, that's how a lot of households are getting broken up now because women are taking towards um, the preachers and what they preach, and is actually breaking up households now because man live by different rules than the preacher do. He's sitting up there, oh, you shall not kill and shall not. Uh, why in the hell is we killing and eating food? We eating food that's everything that the preacher eat when y'all have Sunday dinner is against the law in the Bible. They got pork and they got all kind of bottom fed and catfish and all that stuff that in the Bible that it say you shouldn't eat bottom fed, bottom feeding animals, fish, and what's the name in the ocean that you shouldn't eat. You shouldn't eat shrimp. Um, you shouldn't eat catfish. You shouldn't eat pig because pigs don't sweat or whatever. You shouldn't eat pork. And a lot of these things, do the preacher gets it? Do he tell his flock don't eat this? No.
So, did your life tell you not to eat pork and shrimp and catfish?
You said, did my
You know,
life?
your life book. You live your
Yeah,
life according
well,
to.
when you if you go to the doctor on a regular basis,
No, that's what I'm saying. I just
no, no,
asked
no.
you a question. I didn't ask for example. I'm asking you a simple question. Did your life book tell you
My
about eating?
life book, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
My life book told me that 75% of Black Americans are lactose intolerant. That they don't supposed to be drinking milk, and once you do research on a lot of things, you say I shouldn't even be drinking milk. I shouldn't even be doing this. I shouldn't even be doing that. And until you look at life, like I sit up there and I can sit up there and I can listen to Ruben and tell you how God leads him and all this kind of stuff. And then I see him drinking beer and smoking a cigarette on live. I mean, God told you to do that too. So if you know it's a sin and you're doing it anyway, are you really following God? Oh, okay. Yeah. We don't want
Sam
to get
said
deep
these
into that. Go ahead.
Sam said these woke folks read books by men inspired by their own egos that don't allow them to believe there is something bigger than them like God.
You said woke folks.
I said
I
woke.
feel No, she said these woke folks. I don't. I don't think. I don't think woke got anything to do with the Bible. I think the woke is a person just looking at reality, looking at life. It's not about the Bible. Being woke is I can see things for what it is
No, well,
around.
well, hold on. Let me read this again so you can understand what she's saying, because that's
Oh,
not what she's saying when you're talking about the
I know
Bible.
exactly what she's saying.
Okay, well, tell me what she's saying.
She's saying woke folks read books by men inspired by their own egos and don't allow them to believe there is something bigger than them, like God. And what I'm saying is, woke folks, okay, what you're saying is, in a way, is she saying, is the Bible considered being God?
No,
Or is she saying just knowing, just knowing God for yourself?
that's what she's saying.
Okay, because
Because she
because
was saying in
because
this.
you don't need to read the Bible one day of the life of your life to know God.
Okay, listen. She said these woke folks
Uh-huh.
read books by men. They read books that men have probably written, inspired by their own egos, meaning is whatever they want to believe and give their insight of what they've read, that don't allow them to believe that there is something bigger than what they've read or bigger what they think. And she's saying the bigger thing is something like God. Like, is there anything bigger than God? And if I'm wrong, Sam, let me know, because that's what I got of it out of it. I didn't think
Okay,
you were talking
okay,
about the Bible. That's
okay.
what
Well,
I
let
was
me do
saying.
this. What is God?
A supernatural being. I don't think that I have the strength to open my eyes and wake up every day. Like, how was I created other than my parents getting together and humping and conceive? How did that conception happen? How can my mom allow a person like me to grow inside of her for 9 months and push me out? You know, how did this thing happen? It has to be a supernatural thing. So this is just like me when I sit in a chair, that the chair is going to hold me. I'm believing that this chair is going to hold me because it's made for that.
So, do you think everything that's made by God is should just be allowed to live?
Wait a minute, say what?
Anything that's made by God, she said that people don't allow themselves to believe it's something bigger than God. So do you think? Do you think? Because you here, um, God put you here just to believe in Him or to do as His will or whatever.
I think that God placed me on this earth and there is a purpose for me to be here. It may
Okay.
be even to make somebody life better.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I can save a person's life.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, I have a purpose here. There are things that I
That,
do daily that I know I've made an
that,
impact on somebody.
okay. Now let me do this. Why did God put a line here?
So he can protect his lioness after she bring him his meal and
Okay.
scare us to
What
death.
meal?
What you
What
mean?
meal? Well, hold on. What meal is she bringing him?
That he eat.
Right. Something live that was also made by God. Right.
Right.
So God has put stuff on the earth just to kill, just like we go out and we kill chickens, we kill ant beds, we go out there, we spray stuff on ant beds, we kill bugs, we go all over there, and and do all this stuff that we sit up there and we say, thou should not kill. Man, we kill hundreds and thousands of creatures every day
Just to live.
sometimes.
We kill
Right.
plants to cook and eat. You eat those, don't you?
What?
Plants.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
gotta live to breathe the oxygen to growth. Let everything
So
that has breath.
everything on here. So when we have to look at it in a certain kind of way
So
too.
that's the only thing out of the whole book that you can defend, go against is thou shalt not kill.
I mean, once something is wrong in the book, I mean,
Okay.
don't it make the
Okay, so
whole
okay, just
object
say
of the? No, I'm saying what I'm saying is, if you find something that's wrong, it's just like a car. The whole car can be perfect. If you supposed to have gas in the gas tank, and somebody
to
put
make it
oil,
work.
if somebody put oil in the gas
It's
tank,
over
the
with.
whole car ain't worth a damn no more. So what I'm saying is, if you go into something that's supposed to be perfect and supposed to be what you supposed to live by, if you find out this one of the major things in here is wrong, then the whole thing is gonna run wrong.
It's not gonna run. Okay,
Right.
so
So
okay, just
when we look
okay,
at it
so
now,
that's fine.
a lot of people that say, hello, a lot of people that say they believe in the Bible and they do this and this and that, they ain't living by the same shit they believe in. So this is what makes me look at people, and all the time when they pushing the same stuff up on the next person, oh, you should do this and that. Dude, you don't even believe in it, because if you believe in it, you would be living by it. So don't sit here and tell me oh, this helped me get through. Oh, this helped me stop drinking. Why you still drink? Why you still smoke? Well, maybe your God that you claim you believe in it ain't strong enough for your
Oh,
ass.
your God. Okay.
No, that's how people say. Well, I done
Okay.
heard people on many platforms, my God. And I done been in church and that, my God. I done heard it too many times, man.
But I know that a lot of things in the Bible, which it shouldn't bother you because it's not something that you really read anyway, right? But people that do
I have
read the
read it.
Bible,
I
I
don't
mean,
have to
well,
read
you
it
don't live
over
by
and
it.
over.
You don't
No,
live by
listen.
it
No, don't
because
nobody
you
live
don't
by it.
believe
Hold
in
on,
it.
listen. Don't
No,
nobody live
I'm
by it.
giving my point of view. But you
Nobody
saying something
lives by
else.
it.
Okay, that's fine. Nobody lives
Nobody
by
lives. Hold on,
it.
listen.
According to
Nobody
you,
lives. Hold on. Nobody lives totally against the Bible, because they wouldn't be
according to
sinning.
you don't know
No,
everybody.
no. Everybody lies.
Okay,
Everybody have lied,
according to
and
you.
everybody continue to lie. If a preacher tell you that if he go and he
Okay,
say something in
okay,
that
yep.
Bible and he say God, if he blame it on God, and he still like what God wrote in this red, they read the little red words up in there and say God wrote this and that. Hold on, ho. Did God wrote it? Did Jesus wrote it? Who wrote this part of the Bible? And then say God. Okay, you already
You've
lying.
said that at least 4 or 5 times. Who wrote the Bible? We understand it.
Let's catch up on
And
this.
even Mike just said the book of the Bible were written by a man who were inspired by God.
I said that from the door. Come on.
Well, that's what I just said. I just
Yeah,
said you repeated. You
let's
told us about
let's
3 or 4 times
let's
today. So
let's catch up.
Mike said there were only one religion in the beginning, which was Catholic.
What? What? Where you get this from?
Well, tell them what other religion it was.
Man, pagan religion was the first religion. The
Pagan.
worship, yeah, the first religion was paganism. That was the worship of many gods. So all this old Catholic, that's a lie, Mike.
So
And do your
Judaism wasn't.
do your research, Mike. Do not come on here and act like a Christian.
Okay.
Because that is not the first. It wasn't no Catholic. Was no. It
So
wasn't
paganism, you said that
the
was the first religion.
paganism. The worship of many gods was the first type of religion. That's what first. That was for millions of years for anything. They worship the sun rising up, and they worship the water gods and all that. The rain. They prayed to the water, the rain gods, and all that old type of stuff. So that was the first god. Period. The worship of many gods. Go ahead. Yeah, Christian is a pagan holiday. LaRuby, go
Okay,
ahead.
well, let me I did a understudy. My minor was religion, right? And paganism, I don't think that was the first. I think it was Hinduism.
What?
Yeah.
What is the Hinduism the study of?
Um, a religion.
What religion?
And it started over there in the foreign area.
No, I said
And
what religion?
I think it was the paganism. I think that came later.
No, listen. What is Hinduism?
It started over there with the Hebrews,
What is
the
Hinduism?
Egyptians,
No,
where
listen. What
they
do
worship. They worship their God.
which one is that?
Yeah, no, Allah.
No, it wasn't the first God. No,
Yeah,
no,
I think
no. Your books are wrong.
my
And you
books
can
are
look it up.
wrong.
No, you can look it up. Hinduism, it got a date on it when the Hinduism came out.
Well,
You
you
can,
tell me. Tell
hold on,
me.
listen. You can Google up when that
Why
religion.
don't you do it so you can
Hold on,
show us all?
listen,
Can you do it so you can
no,
show us
listen.
all?
We done did all this before. You can do this on your own
Oh,
personal
now it's my
page.
own time.
No,
Okay,
no.
well, we
What
can
I'm
catch
saying,
up then.
pagan. Hold on, listen. Pagan. See, this is what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
Pagan is a worship of many gods. That is the first thing that people was doing all many years before any religion was even thought about. Really, paganism is really not even a religion. It's just a worship of many gods. What always was done before what's name? That was before religion was even thought of. Hinduism and all this, it got a date on it when it say Hindus. Paganism does not have a date on it. Go ahead.
It doesn't have a date, but the P was established before Christ. So P came before
Come on,
Christ.
man. Come on, man.
Paganism too.
Come on, man.
Okay.
Like I said, if you go on Google up which because religion is a man made and book made and all this.
Well, what is
Paganism was
paganism?
before books.
Well, what was paganism? It was
The
man-made too.
Egyptians worshiped the sun god, the
Okay.
sun god, and they had the rain god and all that. This is on the Egyptian thing before any religions was known. So what about that? What about
What's
on the
name?
pyramids? That's older than everything. What about that? That's written in stone on the pyramids.
It was
They
written
don't
on the
have
wall.
no. They don't have no. What's name? It was the on the pyramids, they worship more than one god. They the sun god, the rain god, and all that. That was a form of paganism right there. The Egyptian god that's wrote on the temples or the walls to this day.
Okay.
Yeah, before
Sam
any
said,
book. Go ahead.
Sam said Vikings started it by entering churches. That is one thing Christians see as a place of sanctuary or off limits. Vikings didn't have no code of honor for places of worship, so Christians fought back.
The same Christians used to come in and blow up our churches here, huh? In America, the black church. Okay.
Girl, who was Abraham's first son and ask him why?
Man, you in a book again. Not true, bro. Where your truth at, bro? Tell me your truth. Oh, Lord, have mercy.
Sam said exactly. Refer to my statement on egos. Men scared their wives gonna hear how ain't there aren't shit he is, and you only want to use the part of the Bible that's taken out of context. Women submitting to their husband.
Okay. If that's what you want, if that's listen, the only reason that uh, see what is women or men able to which one is more prepared to survive alone, a woman or a man? I'm asking you.
Repeat that question.
I said, which one is more prepared to survive alone, a woman or a man?
Mostly men probably could do that better because they have the strength and they can build and things like that.
Right, right, right. So listen, the Bible, when you try to run up in and say the Bible, listen, men have always taken care of women all through the whole through all the years before the Bible even came of thought. Men was always taking care of women because they was the weaker vessel. And you ain't never seen, yeah, you see these little movies, even the Woman King. Hell, the real king was a man, and he called himself anointing her, and that's some new stuff. It wasn't no woman armies that ran out here and beat up a whole man army. They would get slaughtered. Just like it's no special women forces that go and what's the name? They can't even do 10 pull-ups. And then now they going out here and conquering and assassinating. You ain't never seen when Bin Laden or anybody get killed, they come and say, "Oh, look at this whole women's outfit that went and did this." No, this does not happen in real life. And what we got to start doing is watching real life, what happens in real life, and then what's next. Because we all know the amateur boxers that just started boxing and been boxing a year. Professional women that have been boxing 10 years gonna get knocked out if they try to go against the man that just started boxing. And this just because of the strength and everything that's made different in a woman and a man. So we cannot even put this on the same level of Texas. We watch movies and we watch women do all these flips and with no muscles, throw men across the room. We think this shit real. It's not.
Mike said, under the new covenant, God said everything he created is good.
Mm.
The
When you
Reuben said
say
he eat
he
all
said
that.
no, I was just saying when he said under the new covenant, you saying the book again, right? Oh, okay, all right, let's go. He, he's he said he eat all that. So what are you talking about? Oh, he talking about
The pork and seafood and fish and all that stuff. Kim said, your body will tell you not to eat because your blood pressure will be extremely high.
yeah, by the time you die, a lot of, and now they call it the silent killer because the blood pressure when you eat so wrong, there's a lot of that's the leading cause of black deaths now, high blood pressure and stuff.
Kim
We
said,
were
we're all.
go ahead, go ahead.
Kim said, we're all one with the universe, period. Pay attention to the animals. When the weather gets bad, they act up. When rain is on its way, we can smell it. Learn the universe. We're all connected.
I agree. I agree with them.
Mike said, husband, submit your wife as the wife submits to the husband. That first part be getting left off.
Right, right. In the Bible, yep.
Kim said, trust the science. How can you ask, bro, God save you and me? He said, because you're living.
Okay, God also saves lions, but he also makes sure when another lion is more dominant and they come and kill the lion, take over his pride too. So what does God say about that? Do God sanctions that? I mean, because when somebody die, do that mean God put a hit on somebody? Shit. Because if he could control life, he also controlled death. So everybody died. That's because God want them gone, right? Okay, let's just look at it like that then. Come on.
Kim said, we all took biology and sex education. Come on, y'all. A woman didn't come from a man's rib. A woman is a man's backbone.
Okay. Go ahead.
You got a lot of people at your church. You got you a lot of members. The room said, "Bro, you're not an animal. You're a human, bro. Has a lion ever been charged with murder?"
Um, yes, a lion has been charged with murder from humans because we will go over there, and if a lion does what a lion do and kill somebody, we will hunt the lion down, charge him with murder, and kill him and half of his pride. Yes, lions have been charged with murder. The tigers have been charged with murders. Alligators have been charged with murder, and they were sentenced to death. Bears and everything. Anything that's murders a human being will be charged with murder and will be put to death. Even a dog, if he break loose and he bites somebody, they gonna put him to death. He gonna get charged with biting the person, and he gonna be saying he need to be put down. Yes, they've been charged with murder. Yeah, now run and tell that, Ruben.
Sam said, "Thou shalt not kill," in referring to humans. Those cheated, created in God's likeness.
No,
Other
I
living
thought
things are for us to survive, plants and animals.
no. See, what happened is we take the Bible and we say, oh, we better than everything else, and they give us right to go out and think we supposed to kill. We can live without killing damn animal. We can eat our plants and our fruits, and we can live without
You're
killing
not
animals.
even supposed to be eating meat. Men decided to kill those things and put them in some grease and make a meat, a food choice out of it. That hadn't been in the plan for human to even eat meat.
Yeah. Well, they say
Period.
when men start eating meat, they start getting bigger and stronger, and that's what made some men start
They
eating meat.
start spreading the word. They first start seeing those chicken around there. I wonder how that'll look if
Wasn't no chickens
put
back
hair on,
then.
drive it and put it in some grease.
Wasn't no chickens back
How do
then.
you think they start eating everything from the pig? How do
Man,
you
it
think
stopped
chitlins?
being caught up in the 21st century, man.
I'm
Wasn't
just
no
speak. I'm
chickens.
listen. Hold
Ain't
on.
no chickens in. Hold on, listen what I'm saying.
Listen. And no, hold on. I'm talking. You never let. You're
Go
not
ahead.
even trying to listen to me. I'm
Go
not
ahead.
even arguing with you because I care nothing about it like that.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Like I'm just saying. People see a chicken. They see a chicken running around. And it's like, oh, I wonder how that'll taste. Let me cut the neck off and pluck this hair and see what it tastes like this meat. So they start eating just like they do pig. Who would think to take the inside of the pig anus and put it in some water and eat it? Chitlins, so I'm just saying they eat the pig from the rooter to the tootie. Literally.
Do you know when chickens came around?
No, I don't.
Chickens are more recent. They took they took bird and they took a bird that kind of like the was name that couldn't fly, and then they started mating them, in that type of way there. See, people don't realize even if you go back and if you look at, you know, old movies and this and that, men hunted buffalo, men hunted it wasn't like the cows and stuff like we was named. Cows wasn't always around like this. They that it was buffalo and
Yeah, they start
like
mixed breeding.
right, and they
That's
start
all it
making the
is.
stuff that we doing now. See, even in Africa, I mean, in parts of Africa, this and that, they brung chickens over there and start what's name. A lot of places don't have chicken. You ain't never seen on a wildlife thing. You ain't never seen no lion run up and grab a chicken and start chopping on. I mean,
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not even what I was just saying. Chicken, period. When they start eating
no, I
chicken,
understand what you're
I'm
saying.
just saying they saw the chicken running around. They probably was hungry. Say, I wonder how that'll taste cooked. So they
Okay,
start cooking chicken. That's all I was saying.
go ahead with
Sam
saying.
said, "No one is perfect, and some do try to live by the Bible more than others."
You know what? I'm gonna put this up because Lil Ruben, I'm gonna ask you something. If you are so called walker in God, why you always calling people out their name? I don't never call you nobody else's name. See, when you in a discussion and you have to call people names, that show me your immaturity, Ruben. You know, you had to call people Lucifer. You got to call people Stokes and Mayor Harvey Johnson. Everybody got to be somebody else. Why I can't be me and you have a normal conversation with a person without calling them names? That shows me your immaturity. You know what I'm saying? Calling person name. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? If Joker in front of Joker and you disrespect the dude, you start calling dude all these names things. Them fighting words, man. See, I would think LaRuben, you would be a better person than that to be sitting up here and calling people out their name. You know what I'm saying? If you don't agree with me, that don't make me Lucifer. What about you smoking your cigarettes? Are you Lucifer because you smoke cigarettes, you drink beer, and you supposed to be a man of God and all that? A man of God shouldn't be drinking to get, how they say, drinking to get drunk, and shouldn't be smoking stuff that enter his body and polluting his body, because his body is his temple. So if you believe in Christianity and you putting this stuff in here that bothers your temple, don't that make you a disbeliever or not a believer? Because you don't even believe in what you putting in your body. You putting in your body this book, and you ain't feeding nothing of this stuff really in your soul. Go ahead.
Boudet.
Look, Ruben said Christianity is pagan. Yeah, it is a form of pagan, but a lot of people don't want to realize that. Even the Christmas tree and all that is a pagan religion, and all that, the fire burning, the fireplace, and all that stuff. The all that stuff. Yeah, go ahead. All right, come on, Chelsea.
No one is perfect. To say God isn't strong enough to help someone stop smoking or drinking is ludicrous. God gave us rules to help protect our spirits from evil. Whomever your God is, you're still not perfect. So,
Well, they say, hold on, but everybody when they do stop something, they say it's all because of God. So you trying to tell me God is not strong enough to help you stop smoking or drinking? No, I diverse there, because just like preachers, want a preacher tell you about his journey and how he used to drink and he used to do that, and God stopped him from doing these type of things, just like a Muslim. Most Muslims, the reason a lot of people don't want to be Muslim, because you cannot drink and smoke and eat pork and all this kind of stuff. That's why they don't want, because it's a more dedicated religion than Christianity. Christianity, you can go and do the same thing and go back and say, you know what, I sinned and I can let me do this and what's name. And do like the mafia do, and I killed 20 people. Let me say a prayer, and I can do this next week, and we'll come back and say a prayer and drop me some more tokens in the offering plate, and I'll be forgiven every week for doing the same shit that I know I shouldn't be doing. Ruben said, religion is pagan. I see. Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead with Kimmy. Ooh, we gotta catch up.
Kim said, honestly, common sense will tell me not to steal, kill, cheat on your wife or husband, disobey my parents. You know it doesn't belong to you. Again, if you're connected to the universe, you would know better.
Go ahead.
Mike said Hinduism is the world's oldest religion, according to many scholars, with roots and custom dating back more than 400 years. Today, with more than 1 billion followers, Hinduism is the
Third.
third largest religion behind Christianity and Islam.
Yeah. Okay. So 4,000 years. The world been here millions of years. We got uh uh we got the oldest living body found, Lucy, and her body is 3 million years old. Won't you tell me about the religion that runs back to her then? So we can sit up here and we can play with the religion and they roots and they 4,000 years, but 4,000 years ain't even reaching back to when the pyramids were built. The pyramids were built um, over 50 to 60, 70,000 years ago. So what about that? So let's talk about the pyramids again. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Kim said adherents hold that Hinduism, one of the principal faiths, is in the modern world. They believe in vibration.
Um, I'm so behind. Go ahead.
Brother Kemet.
Okay, yeah. I remember that. I got
Hinduism has monotheistic one god as one of the polytheistic many gods, eliminates the one ultimate reality of supreme being, Brahman, and also stimulationally. How do you say that? Stimonously? I can't even pronounce that. Stimulously. My tongue gets twisted. Is the deities of the creator Brahma and the sustainer Vishnu and the destroyer Shiva. You must have copy and paste that girl.
Hey, look, and then look. LaRuben said God made man first. Only way to actually know that is to actually be millions and millions of years old. If this whole earth,
Simultaneously.
if only 7% of the ocean has been uh researched. How we gonna sit up here and act like we know everything everything go on, because a couple men wrote some books and started telling, and we every day we going through these books and realizing a lot of this stuff wasn't true. It was fiction and stuff like that. We get into a place that people learning every day that they even had lights and all kind of stuff back in the day. Um, that a lot of these inventions just stuff that they stole off the walls of some of these pyramids. It was light bulbs back in the day. Go ahead.
Many men bumming off women.
Yeah, like it ain't many women, like I said, on OnlyFans and everything, that ain't bumming off men. That men take care of them. If you shut down a lot of these sites, a lot of these women will be broke. Go ahead.
Kim said, Reuben, again, we are all one. We are all connected to the universe, including the animals, the ground, the rain, everything.
What up, Marcus, the bartender in the hill house?
Hi, Marcus, the bartender. The Woman King movie really triggered you, huh?
No, it really didn't. I watched it and I actually liked the movie. It didn't really trigger me. I mean, it just the part where women, like it's a whole woman army that can do all this stuff. That's not true. Okay, go ahead. I'm just doing the truthness of it. Come on.
Sam
It didn't.
said they're supposed to be the weaker vessel, but that didn't mean they're supposed to suppress women. They keep women silent and not working on the purpose cause of their egos.
I guess that's some modern day stuff though. Because back in the day they didn't have computers where a woman can sit at the house and make her money, and this and that. So we got to evolve with time.
Reuben said in the Bible, it doesn't say men take care of a woman. It's the opposite. Read it says women is man's helpmate. She made from our ribs.
Mm.
Well, you agree with that?
She's saying in the Bible, I can't just look. It was wrote by
No,
man.
no, no. I'm just asking from your life book, right? So in
Okay.
your life book, do you think that women are supposed to take care of a man?
No, he
You
said
know,
man's helpmate.
okay. So
Yeah.
he's just saying like in the sense of like making sure he's good. Right.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's helpmate.
Okay.
I mean,
Because a lot of
like
times it
I look at it more maybe a partner in crime, which the like the man is the president, and you know what I'm saying. But you just don't have a lot of male leaders now because they're not raised with a male leader role model in the household. So that's the problem on stuff like that. I mean, males have to be groomed to be a leader.
you
Okay.
miss one.
Oh, oh, you had okay. Go ahead.
Kim said, Mr. Bailey, didn't you take biology? I don't recall a human growing in a man's rib. I thought a human grew in a woman's uterus. Can you push out a human?
Mm. Look, like I say, there's life lessons. We can sit up here and we can read the Bible, and if it don't it, you know what I be saying. Just like when people say talking to a burning bush. If you can't do this in real life now, why you think when somebody wrote something back then, it's like people don't feel like nothing was fiction or nothing was wrote in a different way where you supposed to take it a different way. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Leading the people to hell. You have nothing to say on that, huh?
Oh, I don't. I forgot what it. You might remember what it is, but I'm trying to catch up so we can. We
Okay, LaRuben Anderson, I'm going to send you some information. LaRuben said, not true, sis. Ask Noah. We need protein, basic structure of DNA.
mm,
In the ark, why did God put two of every animal?
well, I'm gonna tell you this.
No, we catching up. Remember, you couldn't answer that. Come on,
Okay,
let's catch
hold
up.
on, hold on.
See,
Listen,
bias.
listen. If you still believe in the ark that you got two snakes and two lions and all that, he was able to put all that on there, which naturally would have killed everything on the street ship. You lost. See, that's what I'm telling you. When people put this type of thing, we can't even put four different animals in a car, and we want to think a man got two of everything. That just sounds like a farmer. He got two chickens. He got two pigs. He got stuff on the farm. He put it. Can you even put these animals in the same in just a fenced in area together? You can barely do that. You can't put a horse, chicken, and pigs in the same thing. I mean, us coming up with these crazy things, we have to look at life. That's what all I'm saying. You got to look at life as in reality, and we got to say that was bullshit. That right there, where he put two things or every animal on, that's bullshit. And for one
Well,
thing,
now don't call it bull crap because you don't even read the Bible. Well, you're not even going
okay,
by the
come
Bible,
on, come
so
on.
you just can't call
I
nobody
don't think,
bull crap.
I don't think he picked up a snake and said, you know what, come on, come on up in here. Wasn't that
Well,
man?
how
Come
do you think people that handle snakes handle snakes? Do you
on.
think he just went and got it
Yeah,
and
and they
held
also
it in
put it
his
in
hand and
a
just put the
cage.
snake on the
They
floor?
also put it
Go
in
get a
the
horse.
cage.
He put the
They
horse on the floor.
they also put it in the cage so it won't bite somebody and kill it
Right. So do
and
you
all
not
that.
think he
Oh,
had?
I guess he took the line too, huh? Man, come on, man.
So you
Whatever.
don't think he did?
No, I think he would have
Okay.
been dead right now. I think he would have been ate up right there. We see animals with the crocodile and all that. Okay, then he ain't had to take the crocodile because they were already living in the water. Come on, there you go.
Sam said, just like some animals don't eat plants and some animals don't eat meat, we wouldn't digest it or even crave it if we were equipped to eating meat.
All right, good.
Gor- Gorillas is one of the strongest animals on this earth, and they stick with mainly vegetarian diet. The elephant is a vegetarian too. Also, one of the strongest animals on earth, where we're eating meat. Oh, y'all eating meat.
Yeah, but um, yeah, I'm gonna stick on that. Go ahead.
That was a compliment, bro. We twins. I like getting your attention. You think better when you mad. The Ruby said God is your conscientious. Maybe you were saying coincidence. I don't know. Kim said the devil made them cheat, embezzle money, and got the deacon's wife pregnant. Y'all church people suck. So the devil, you believe in the devil now?
Come on.
Oh, you went past that one past. Okay.
No,
Okay,
I
we're all
mean,
those white balloons they shot down was our people coming back to get us. Period.
uh,
Her name is Woo Man. Oh, Woe Man. LaRuben, so that means you're a god, sir. Again, we are all one.
mm.
It was true.
What Sam was talking about?
You have to ask him.
What's up, Marcus in the motherfucking house? Marcus now coming in to goddamn give us some of that truth serum. Okay, good.
I'm trusting science. The weatherman has been wrong almost every single day. Hurricane season is about to start. Can she get pregnant by herself? Question. If a man have a child by three different women, are they whole sisters and brothers?
You know what? I'm gonna ask a question too. And when this great flood and Noah collected all these animals and stuff, these separate animals, what continent was he on? Let me ask that question. Let's get what continent, what place was he on when this happened? What area? Okay, good.
Okay, y'all keep trusting God. It's hurricane season. Sit there and play if you want to. I'm watching my dog and following him. I'm out.
Good.
There was an example of symbolism in the Bible, and God stopped speaking to and sending signs according to the Bible, which is why you don't see it or believe it when you hear someone say that they are speaking to them now like Allah.
Uh-oh, I gotta kill someone. Good.
Noah was an animal charmer. Please trust the science. A lion would eat those animals up. Child, please.
Right.
Nope, we need each other again. Trust the science.
Mm. Come on with
I don't know nothing about this subject you're talking about.
in the comments. Now tell them the 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 the
The original subject that we were supposed to be talking about was, does your past make it hard to trust and get along with people? That was the original subject. But we came and took a quick right, then a left, and then went around the bout. So we're somewhere else. The earth flooded.
big big dog. The Ruben, I want you to think in even your terms, even today, with all the satellites and what's the name, we done seen islands get flooded and this and that, but we ain't never seen the whole earth get flooded. So, Ruben, can we please just stick to the subject? I want to know where place, where was it, and who wrote it? Who wrote about the earth getting flooded? If they was flooded too, that mean that they wiped out the paper. So if the earth was flooded, how would they write if all the paper was wet and went in the ocean?
When it dried up, I guess.
Whatever. That fake paper they got now, a receipt, it fade out in 2 months. Ain't no way. The paper back then we could last floods. Come on.
Chelsea said, Marcus, do you know what a pick me shay is? You know what that almost sound like? Pick me, sir. And that's just what it is.
Throwing shots.
Do you
Okay.
know what? I'm saying, do you know what it is? It's a word.
Yeah, I know what she's saying. And so
Oh,
many
okay, it's a word though. I was just saying what it sound like.
said,
Marcus Miles said, "No, Chelsea. What is it?" Sam said, "The devil exists too. Former angel removed from heaven."
and like I said, who was in heaven and wrote this down?
We know it wasn't the
Hey,
devil
look,
then,
that's
huh?
what I'm saying. But this is what I've been
Got
saying. We
kicked
would
out.
we would read a book, and if and you know what makes it so bad? Just like this life now. If Superman, if all us got blew up and a nuclear bomb, and somebody that found a Superman book and stuff and came here, they'd be like, man, it was people that flew around the earth. They had a man here that was called Superman that flew around the earth. And what's his name? Would you believe that book and thing? Yes, you probably would if you were slow enough to think it was a man that flew around the world, and there's another man that act like a spider that shot webs out of his hand, and he was swinging around on buildings and cars. They would watch one of the movies and say, "Wow, this what happened." And then guess what they'll watch? The last Avengers and say, if the Avenger movie, they'll be like, this how I got messed up. Some big old bald headed man with a ring. We need to look around, see where he at. Cause he the only one here. Have you ever seen Avengers?
No.
Well, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about, but he destroyed the world or whatever on the Avengers. Come on.
So every book is a lie, bro. You're an atheist.
See, that's what I'm saying. You keep calling me names. A motherfucker cannot disagree with Ruben without being somebody goddamn name, man. Fuck, man. Is you an atheist, goddamn it? Maybe you a disbeliever because you believe in any fucking thing. Do you know anything you don't believe in, Ruben? Man, stop calling me these goddamn names, man. I keep telling you about your goddamn self. Stop being a goddamn boy and start speaking like a man. Call me by my name and just talk back to me. Don't be calling me all these goddamn names on this motherfucker, man. Shit. Brainwashed ass. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Lord, we are brainwashed. I find myself falling back into an organized religion too. Again, trust the science. Oh my God, we have the internet. Look it up. Scientists research it don't happen if scientific impossible. It's scientific impossible. Okay. And God watching you, and you know God saved you.
He said, Chelsea, what's your point? Oh, he finna just, oh, she said, just no. Good, I'm reading too far. Go ahead.
They're not gonna find Superman story on cave walls and many other places and sources that validates the Bible.
And many other sources that validate. You know what I'm saying? What are you saying? You saying this the story of
No,
Superman?
you were talking about Superman, and she was just saying that they're not gonna find Superman stories on cave walls and many other places and sources that validates the Bible.
Yeah.
She was
But
just making a statement.
if the Bible book burnt up, if everything was flooded and everything was burnt up or a nuclear war, doesn't it? I'm sure they probably could find some Bibles, or they probably could, um, or find one of these locked up safes that might have a Superman or videos of all kind of stuff that they might be fooled to feel like it happened here. What to believe when you don't know? And that's how we live. We living on the past where people wrote us and trying to lead us a certain kind of way. We're not looking at what we see that's that's real that can happen in real life. We're not even looking at that no more. We looking at stuff and we looking at a book that can tell you all kind of stuff. And like I said, just because if somebody say the world flooded, how would anybody know the whole world flooded back then? If they didn't have satellites up there watching the whole world and all that, how would somebody know the whole world flooded? It's villages. People that stay on island, we all know that most people back in the day stayed near lakes and rivers and along. They didn't stay in the middle of the woods. The woods were cut down later. They stayed around the edges of all villages. Even if you go down to villages, down to these islands and things, when they're not what's the name? All the tribes stay close to the water. You know what I'm saying? Oh, did you read that? Marcus Man, I just wanted to see if you knew or not. It's, okay. Go ahead. I can't hear you. Is your mic on mute or something?
Kim said, "Oh Lord, there's an actual red man with a tail and a pitchfork walking around hurting people and making people do terrible things."
And he fell from the heaven to do this. God allowed all that, huh? If God is my bad, but if God is the end and be all, wouldn't God have really rights to anything that go on earth? Period. I mean, if it's a devil, the only reason the devil is here because God allows it. So can't we got to blame God for all of it, for the good and the bad? Go ahead.
Kim said, "If y'all believe in it, that I am She-Hulk, and when I get mad, I turn green."
Go ahead.
The real man with the tail is the made-up part.
The red man. The red man.
The red man with the tail is the made-up part.
So what is the true part? What is the real? What is the devil did?
The real man said, "Kim, that's real talk." Marcus Mouse said, "Okay, bad." No, you were asking me. He thought you were asking him. My people don't believe in God. We in the last days. No, bro, it's us killing each other. We're the devil.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. So you saying for somebody killing somebody make them the devil. So what you saying is everybody on this earth is either predator or prey. So you saying that the lion is the devil, the tiger is the devil, the ants are the devil, the frog is the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like basically you saying everything on earth is the devil. If it does what nature put it on the earth to do, it's the devil. The hawk is the devil because it's running, it's killing stuff and this and that. All everything that works in, like I said, God. If God is control everything, why would He put all these predators and prey? Everything on this thing is predator and prey. Even us prey upon animals, the deer and the cattle, the cows, the chickens, all of us. Anytime you eat chicken, anytime you eat a cow, this and that, you predator. You're a predator too, and we don't even look at it like that. Go ahead.
Sam said, "What's so wrong with how the Bible is trying to lead you? 10 Commandments, treat others how you want to be treated. Men don't lay with men. Men and women submit to each other, etc. So what's wrong with the principle that taught, regardless of the parables and the stories?"
Yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is, do we live by it? I mean, do you live by it? Do you, yeah, Bible also commands women to get married. A Christian woman, her main thing in life is to be married. Well, is most women that believe in the Bible married? Okay, then they run into that, run to the whole Bible. Don't tell half of it. It commands women to be married. I'm talking about us as a people. Okay. Hmm.
Kim said, everyone please watch Inner World, Outer World and read I Am Again. We are all one. If we get on vibration with the earth universe, we will be happier.
Hmm.
Sam said, we're talking about spiritual and supernatural. Again, something bigger than you. Your egos won't allow you to think that there is something bigger than humans.
Yeah, I know it's big. It's something bigger than humans. Yeah, they call it lions, elephants. I mean, and even if we say, you know, you know, God is uh, bigger than him. Us without weapons, it's animals all over the world that's that we couldn't survive, and there was not without houses, refuge, and what we had to build to protect ourselves. Many other animals can handle, not having a house, not what's the name, but not having electricity. How we are made now. A lot of us wouldn't. We could throw us in the wild for a week and go crazy, and we'll be praying to get back in this life that we call modern.
Bro, you tripping. Go to the cow house tomorrow and fix their air conditioner. Nobody's perfect, so no one will ever follow everything. You're not expected to be perfect, just better.
Yeah,
I say you're so funny though.
we done finally caught up with it. I just can't believe we caught up. Um, with that, nobody's perfect. I know ain't nobody perfect, but all I'm saying is, we perfectly. We say, you know, um, even in Japan where they're not religious like that, most and they got the lowest crime in on the planet in Japan.
So would you move there?
No, I mean I wouldn't move there because um, nature. I'm naturally going to be around people that's more like me, like anything. Like I used to, like Muhammad Ali said back in the day. He said, "Bluebirds hang with bluebirds, redbirds hang with redbirds, cows hang with cows, chickens hang with chickens." We the only species that feel like we can blend in with everybody else. Sometimes you just got to be around the people that kind of can look like you or act like you or anything. What's the name? I mean, like we say, on Sunday is the most at 12 o'clock. Sunday is the most segregated in the world, that the whole world is segregated. Everybody is hanging with the people that look mostly like them at that time. When you go to church and when you go to whatever you go at your Sundays, when you off and this and that, you around people that mostly look like you. You might try to blend in somewhere else, but if you mess up, they'll let you know that you're not a part of that group in a second. So we can talk all the stuff we want, but it's a recipe for disaster to think you can go into a whole nother culture, and as soon as you mess up, they will let you know that you're not part of them.
The Ruben said, bro, tell me the recipe for life. Tell us as a people, how can we stop this black on black crime?
Well, when you look at a recipe, the recipe already been stirred up and mixed up wrong. You know, we have normalized single parenthood. Marriage is not, you know, what's name? It's a modern world. Um, it's a world now. Every man for themselves. Um, um, I think a lot of stuff can only get worse because technology is coming, AI is coming, a lot of jobs going to be lost, and we know with loss of jobs come higher crime, and with everybody bundled up together, all they're going to do is make it make you come to your natural animal nature, predator and prey. More predators gonna be preying on people that's weaker than them, and that's just how it goes. So I can't say I can't say that the only way to stop a lot of crime is better jobs, uh, uh, um, being more family oriented. Or we had to change around. You remember that song? Got to turn around, start all over again. Got to make a U turn. A lot of black people got to make a U turn. See, when we were growing up, everybody wasn't, you know, smoking weed, drinking. Everybody want to just have fun 24/7. People want to have family. So when everything is a party now, and everything is, you know, how can I get today, and dissatisfying for the moment. It's just different, and I think the recipe now is a recipe for disaster, and I don't think it'll get much worse first before it get better
Mhm.
for the inner city. You know, people are living different right outside of Jackson. It's not the same as the inner city nowhere.
Sam said, I had fun as usual. Love what y'all are doing. Conversation.
Ah, thank you, because we about to get out too. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
words, fine words. Thank you. The room says, so as being brothers, are we have no accountability?
I think when we think about accountability, when it's a bigger issue than one person or brothers, or can we turn back the hand of time? Well, what happened is a lot of men are hand are tied. Women don't listen to men. I don't know what's not everybody. Like I said, uh, when I sit back and I watch how children act, and I watch how, you know, ladies play certain music around the children and let them listen to any kind of thing, and they dancing and twerking at 2 years old, and they cussing at 2 and 3 years old on the internet. They recording them, and there's something that that it's a cultural thing. We got a penitentiary mentality now, and it's not working. And a lot of people that's having the babies and raising them and this and that, they don't know what they're doing. They're just doing it. So it's a rough sale. Go ahead.
Kim said, I'm trusting the science. I'm paying attention to the earth again. What did our ancestors do before slavery? Because what we're doing ain't working. It's mass shootings at churches where people praying at. Why didn't God protect those people from getting shot up? Please explain. Oh, the devil picked them, but God is, oh, little g, is supposed to be strong enough to protect them. That young man wrote, In God We Trust, on the gun he shot them with. I'm waiting for this answer.
Hmm. That's interesting.
What's interesting about that? No, go back. I'm trying to get an understanding. I can
Okay.
understand what she's saying. She's trusting the signs.
Uh-huh.
And What did our ancestors do before slavery? They always been bound. You know, a lot of things when they came to America, that's what made us bound when we came here.
No,
That's what the
when you say
bounding helped
when she
us
saying
from
well, when she's saying ancestors, she's saying
before
before
slavery.
slavery.
That's
That's
what I'm
before
saying.
over.
They didn't get bound till they got here. So I don't know. I don't know, but you know, I'm not gonna say that
Yeah,
everybody has
okay.
a time. Everybody has a time to leave this world. I'm sure some of us has lost family members, and you can blame God if you want to, or you can say life situation or your life book. It was just their time to go. But I'm not saying it was the devil that did it. I think, you know, God allowed a lot of things to happen. So I wasn't just I wouldn't be one to just blame everything that
So,
the devil did it. No.
hey, what about that thing she said? What did the ancestors do before slavery?
They
Have,
live.
no, I'm saying, have
They
you ever? What religion did they practice before slavery?
well just tell me. I don't know.
No, I'm asking. I'm
I don't
asking.
know. I don't know.
If you were religious, you say you took religion. You
No,
know.
just tell me. Just tell me because you said the first
No, I'm
religion
asking
was
a
pagan.
question.
Well, I just told you I don't know. So just
Well,
tell
that's
me.
what I'm saying. Like we got to start looking deeper into stuff. It's
Well,
not.
we can look deeper,
Hold
but
on,
this is not the
hold
time.
on.
So if
Listen,
you
listen.
know, tell
You
us the
tell me,
answer.
hold on. But you ain't give me time because every time I talk, see, you feel like I'm attacking you in a certain
No,
kind
I
of way.
don't. No, I don't.
But what I'm saying is, if you don't know, okay,
I said I didn't know. And you
listen,
didn't want that answer.
okay, and that they practice Islam.
Okay.
Our ancestors, our ancestors practice Islam, practice
Okay.
Muslim religion, as they do on many cultures at the same place now. So
Mhm.
even when we know what our ancestors did, we are purposely not doing what our ancestors did. They'll tell you.
But what does
Hey,
she
well, hold
mean?
on,
She said,
hold
"What
on.
did our ancestors do before slavery?" That's what she's saying. The religion.
Well, religion, marrying, and all this. I mean, well, like the multiple wives and all that stuff was really the same thing in them type of cultures before we was brung over here.
Oh, okay. So they
So
practice religion before slavery. That's the answer.
you said did they practice religion
You
before?
know, you said
Our ancestors.
Islam.
It's going on how far you going back.
She
No, I'm
just no. You asked me. You know,
no,
I
I'm saying
asked
right
you.
before slavery, it was a Islamic Muslim. It was Islam,
Islamic.
yeah, religion over there, and it's still
Okay.
the country mostly is Islam to this day,
So
and
Kim, just tell
Saudi
me.
Arabia still practices the same thing, and they was right there connected to Africa, the same place.
So Kim, just tell me what you were asking when you said what did our ancestors do before slavery? Just let me know what you're saying. Maybe I don't get it. I didn't know you was talking about religion.
Okay.
Okay. Marcus said if they fix this raggedy city up and give people some hope, it will reduce crime.
Yeah, I can agree with that, Marks.
Moya said, I think it's environment because I smoke even when I leave. I was young and I'm not a criminal. She says the environment people are in to make them do the things that they do.
It's, okay, well, is okay. How long you been smoking? Because smoking still is not illegal, and if you get pulled over with weed, that's still illegal in Mississippi right now. So yes, you are doing something illegal. So you can say you're not a criminal, but you are doing a crime. 'Cause I bet you couldn't walk in front of the police station and roll up and smoke there and not get arrested. So yes, you might think you're not a criminal, but yes, you probably are. In the eyes of the law. I'm just I'm just spitting facts. Come on. Come on with it.
It's because the brothers are not there. It's our fault.
Mhm. Okay.
Everything's going on in our community is our fault as a man.
I'll let you know. Go
As
ahead.
Yada said, it's not the ancestors anymore. Everyone today is running from accountability.
I can agree with that too, Asiatic Black.
He
And
said,
what's up, Asiatic Black? Can he? His house.
Morris says, sorry, typo, but I feel it's people who don't have no morals.
Oh, okay. Yes, I can believe that one too.
And he said, yep, men not knowing their roles. That's how it fell in women's lap. Men started this mess, but I love y'all though.
And I can agree
Yeah,
that a lot of
put
men
some
don't know
sugar on
their
the
roles.
top.
I agree, but the roles was switched up by this whole equality type thing. So the rules was switched up because women started trying to be men and men started trying to be women. Okay, go ahead.
Ruby said, bro, you running away from the truth. We control our destiny. It's time for the original man to represent the truth.
Big dog. Let me tell you something. Outside of your house, you can't tell one woman what to do. So at once it goes right outside of your house, you have no control of it, just like I don't have no control of it. So we can sit up there and say men fault, but men, as women have said it so many times lately, that women run the world. So if women run the world, women should be the cause of this mess. Okay, go ahead.
Kim said she was saying that there was no religion. I'm going to keep saying we're all connected to the universe, and until we realize it, we will continue down the rabbit hole. I'm done. Vibration with the earth universe.
Mm, okay.
Maurice said, I got a medical card, so yes, I can.
Oh no, you still can't smoke in front of the courthouse. You still can't roll up. Even with your medical card, you got to smoke in certain places. You cannot roll up. You can't light it up like a cigarette in front of the courthouse. You will get arrested and you will go to jail. You can play that role you want to. Even with your medical card, you got to smoke in certain places. At your house and in other places. Yeah. So yeah, we can no, you cannot. Good.
Asiatic says, see, everyone is trying to get away from self accountability.
Self
Kim says, self government. Stop it,
accountability.
Moya. The Ruben, who knows the truth? Everyone's fixing everything up to suit them and what they want to do. Like said, men ain't starting a damn thing when women are the first teachers of men.
There you go. Pot down. And just like, even though Ruben is on that old stuff, the man come from women come from the woman's real. Like I said, the oldest known fossil on Earth is a woman, and she is 3 million years old. That's around right now. So I'm sure it might be some older things, but that's what they got right now.
The Ruben said, we don't care about each other. That's the problem, bro. We are family.
Can I tell you something? You can't care about each other because what is made now is the whole thing is everybody want to do what they want to do and they don't want to be bothered. America then got to a place where everybody want to be their own individual nation. So it is not a caring culture where people want to. If you say something to somebody else kids, they ready to fight you and ready to kill you if you just speak to somebody else kids. So it's not a healthy environment to even talk to somebody else kids without their permission. So we can sit up here and act like you want to run the world, but I mean change the world, but everybody who tried is dead now. As Martin Luther King, as Malcolm X, as all Mandela, as all these people who tried to change the world, and ask them what happened to them. Change the world is dangerous business.
Like said, a nation is as good as its women, period.
That part.
Moya said, I can possess it now.
Hmm. Yeah, you possess it, but I bet you can't smoke it.
Moya, I would love to see that.
Right. Be locked up somewhere talking about that. Go ahead.
Man, weed ain't no crime. If it wasn't for weed, we would all be walking around here beating the shit out of people. That only thing had calms us down.
It, and listen, it's a crime if the only thing can calm us. That tell you how much stress we under. If the only thing can calm us down is drugs. Duh, that part.
Ruben said, I disagree, Black. It takes a man to raise a man. I'm Asiatic. Oh, he's talking about Asiatic. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I know
guess.
he. I know he talking
Okay. We keep me from committing crimes.
about.
Ruben Kim keeps saying that we are one. DJ Big Drip said facts.
What up, DJ Big Drip in there? His house up in here.
Like said,
Him
Mark
and
is running too.
Look, him and Asiatic Black, two of the hottest DJs around here.
He said, you right. He said, LaRuma, you missed the whole boat. Well, I'm glad he didn't say bus.
What you got next? I know you've been on here longer than you wanted to. Boy, I tell you the truth. We gonna have to have a part two with this thing tomorrow night because we ain't get under none of your topics like that. We're gonna put up there. We're gonna put up there part 10, part two for tomorrow. We already know what this show gonna be about. The same thing because we didn't get a chance to talk about none of those subjects. Yeah, much love, DJ Big Trip in his house. And Asiatic Black in his house. Good talk, bro.
This man said he's gonna catch the next cruise. You missed it again.
And don't forget to like and share. And we will be doing the same show tomorrow, part two, because this was a great show. It probably took a little turn, but hey,
A whole U-turn.
if we turn it tomorrow, or we get a chance to do the subject tomorrow, we gonna do the subject tomorrow. We gonna work this thing because I think our past is catching up with us, and I think that probably is the fact that we have so much stuff going on right now in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
And I think our past is catching up on us, and I think our past is telling us we need to make a U-turn. We got to turn around. We got to start all over again. Oh man, I missed. Oh, and don't forget Miss Kimberly's t-shirts and pillowcases and etc. She enjoyed us. I thank you, and night to you too. And Asiatic said your co-host look great. I guess yes.
Thank
That's
you,
what
brother. Thank
that's
you.
what she's here for, to make the show look beautiful. I am here for the hard part of the show.
The controversial side for every area.
So how they say it? Is you about ready to get up out of here?
Yes. Can we say amen?
How to say good night, y'all.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you. Got him! Got him!
It is time to get out of here. You got anything you want to say, Miss Bella, up in this thing?
I'm woosahing over here. Go ahead, carry on.
Peace, brother, and we up out of this thing, Ruben. It was a nice show. I know you'll be FaceTiming me after the show or something, so I'm waiting on it. And I see everybody tomorrow. And it was a good show. And see you tomorrow at 9:00 to do this same thing all over again. We need to make a U-turn. Okay, we got to turn around. Okay.